Good morning all. Welcome back to English online class. This video has been recorded as part of ICET Public School online classes. Today, you know that we were discussing a story. We are continuing the same story today. So in the previous class, how I was explaining the story, you know that in detail, line by line and word by word we have. So it was a beginning and it was a teaching note for you as a student, how you should learn and understand a story. That it was just an example I set in the previous class. So it is not possible, especially in online classes, to continue in the same way because it will take long time to complete even a single story. So that today I am going a little faster, but I will do the explanations and the meanings, usages and all. We will try to discuss today's class also in different way. It may not be in very detail, that means to the story summary you will understand by reading. So I request everybody, please take this book in your hand and open page number 52 where our story is. So the recap of the story in the earlier class, we said that the protagonist of the story is Muni, and Muni was living in a place called Kritam in a village in Tamil Nadu. Whereas that village is, we know that it is the very smallest, tiniest village in the map, has been dotted in a microscopic level. And in his little past about him, he had a flock of 40 sheep and goats and all, we said. So like that. So I would like to start with the previous paragraph itself. Did you notice the sentence that in his prosperous days, Muni had owned a flock of, listen to this sentence, a flock of 40 sheep and goats. Only this sentence, a flock of 40 sheep and goats. Can you say total how many animals? A flock of 40 sheep and goats. So the total number of animal is 80 or 40. A flock of 40 sheep and goats. So altogether 40 or 40 sheep and 40 goats. Do you have a confusion about it? So this confusion, now this confusion is called ambiguity. Look, it is called in English ambiguity. This kind of confusion. It is possible in every, not every sentence, in even in every language. Just this kind of ambiguity will be there. It's grammatically correct, everything okay, but confusion still remain in that sentence. Another example. There are 14 girls and boys in grade 9. There are 14 boys and girls. So what does it mean? Total 14 or 14 girls and 14 boys, total 28, or what is? So that confusion remains. Like that, other sentences also possible. Another example is, they are washing machines. They are washing machines. What does it mean? Two meaning. One is, they are washing the machines. They are washing the machines. Another one is, there that means personification we have learned. But for example, imagine that there are many washing machines are there and we are telling that they are washing machines. Or a group of people, they are washing something, a vehicle or something they are washing. So in a metaphorical way we can tell they are washing machine, that people are their washing machine. So they are washing, two meaning. One is as washing machine, or they are washing the machines, like that. So this kind of different many sentences. So it will take consumed. It is what called ambiguity. So just for your understanding, learning, ambiguity. What does it mean? So we are continuing the story. The story we yesterday in the last class we stopped that he used to come back from the place where he grazed his animals with fuel stick, with firewood and all. Then after reaching, his wife lit the domestic fire at dawn. Then at dawn time, at the evening time, so his wife will lit the domestic fire, boiled water in a mud pot. Then as usual the practice is that will cook the food, then throw into a handful of millet. How does she cook the food? She will throw that means just like we threw put rice in the boiled water, like that. Millet is another you know that you might have learned in other classes, that millet. So she will put the millet flour, add salt, and give him his first nourishment means just refreshment for that day. Then when he goes out for grazing the animals, again she will cook another, and she will put in the tiffin box. May not be in tiffin box actually. Will pack the food in the any banana leaves or something. She will pack it like that. Once again the small millet cooked and put in the a little bowl. When he could swallow with raw onion at midday, then he will eat that millet in the midday time, lunch time. Midday means lunch time, with raw onion he will eat it. Now we are continuing the next paragraph. Look at page number 52. There, his fortunes had declined gradually unnoticed from a flock of 40 which he drove into a pen at night. His stock had now come down to the two goats which were tethered to the trunk of a drumstick tree which grew in front of his hut, and from which occasionally Muni could shake down drumsticks. This morning he got 6. He carried them in with a sense of triumph, although no one could say precisely who owned the tree. It was his because he lived in its shadow. So what does it mean? In this paragraph he says that we had just explained about that is prosperous time, is wealthy time. His wealthy time is over. That means that there is 40 sheep and 40 goats. That time is over. Now his fortunes are declined. That fortunes means is prosperous time. That his wealthy time has declined, meaning declined. That has decreased. That has come down slowly, unnoticed, without even noticing that their growth is going day by day bad to worse, without noticing that. So it has declined. So the word meaning, remember how to use the word declined. Their wealth has declined. So it was unnoticed, like that it has gone. So there was a time, we know that, with so many goats and sheep. Now in the next page you look at that, there is a sentence. It is you can see the two goats which were tethered to the trunk of a drumstick tree which grew in front of his hut, and from which occasionally Muni could shake down drumstick. So this is another point in the story that we can understood now. In front of his home there is a plant, that drumstick tree. We know that drumstick tree. So that grew in front of his home, his hut, not means house. In front of his house, this that grew, and occasionally Muni could shake down that tree so that the drumstick will fall down. He will get. So this morning, that day morning, he got 6 drumsticks. Okay. Then after that is telling that another usage. I will tell that here there is a sentence. He carried them. That drumstick what he got that morning while shaking this drumstick tree, he got 6. So that morning he took that 6 drumstick with a sense of triumph. That is another usage. We can use every word with a sense of triumph. That means for example, she got 60 on 60. She took the paper with a sense of triumph. We can say that when she came to see the paper in the school, and she took the English paper with a sense of triumph because she has received 60 on 60. Sense of triumph, that keep in your mind, you can use any word, that with a sense of triumph, that means with much pleasure and with much feeling of success, meaning with the feeling of success, with a sense of triumph. So that is the usage from this paragraph we can learn. Then the next, okay, so we don't know that whose tree actually this drumstick tree is, whose it is, but the thing is that that tree is growing in front of his house. That's why he is living in his shadow, so that that's of him. Actually it is not under his custody or no, but it grew there, so he considers it of him. Then the following lines is like this. His wife said, if you were content with the drumstick leaf alone, I could boil and salt some for you. So here what to learn, the word of content. Content. If you were content with the drumstick, what is the meaning of content? Content meaning if you were satisfied. So another word you learn now, so don't forget. So if you were content, satisfied with the drumstick leaves alone, so the drumstick leaves also we will eat, we know that the drumstick also will eat drumstick leaves. Wife was telling that actually if you were content with the drumsticks leaves alone, I could boil it and salt some for you. Here the salt has been used as a verb. Did you notice that? I could boil it and salt some for you. Salt some for you. So you think that instead of telling that I can add little salt also, instead of the author has used, Narayan has used that I salt some for you. I will salt it. To salt as a verb, he has used the word salt. Okay, so that she was telling that and promising like that, and then his reply, oh, I am tired of eating those leaves. I have a craving to chew the drumstick out of sauce, I tell you. So then he is telling, actually Muni is telling that actually I'm tired of that eating that leaves. Actually I am is telling that I am craving to chew the craving. You can use the word craving means when we have such a powerful desire. I am craving to eat a shawarma. So craving means such a strong desire it is. So for that is the word craving. I have a craving to chew the drumstick out of. He's telling that I have a strong desire to eat the drumstick using sauce. Out of sauce, using sauce, I would like to chew that. So that is his craving, his strong desire. At that time his wife is replying like this: you have only 4 teeth in your jaw, but your craving is for big things. All right, get the stuff for the sauce and I will prepare it for you. After all, next year you may not be alive to ask for anything, but first get me all the stuff, including a measure of rice or millet, and I will satisfy your unholy craving. Our store is empty today. Dal, chili, curry leaves, mustard, coriander, gingerly oil, and the one large potato. Go out and get all this. So then the wife said that okay, I will prepare that drumstick and sauce I can prepare. But the thing is that today our home is out of stock. Nothing is there in the home. So if you want sauce, bring the following thing. Then as everybody are doing, she's telling that bring this list of things. She's giving a list of things. What are the things she's giving? That okay, bring dal, chili, curry leaves, mustard, coriander, oil, and all many things. These are the things. Bring it. I will prepare sauce and will give you. So then there is a word in this paragraph that I will satisfy your unholy craving. That is unholy means That means we know the craving. We know that craving means is a powerful desire. Unholy craving means that means unsatisfied craving, that means unfulfilled, not yet fulfilled, that means or natural desire. I will fulfill it today, because next year we don't know, you may not be alive. So, and she also was commenting about the remaining teeth in his mouth, only that. And for you, and your craving is for big things, actually you have only 4 teeth in your mouth. So this was the comment that she was giving in this paragraph. And then she gave a list of things to bring, that for preparing sauce. And so he went, then she's telling go out and bring it. Then Muni is repeating what are the things. Okay, dal, chili, curry, and oil, and mustard, and all. He also was repeating not to forget any item, and walked off to shop in the 3rd street. Then we know that they are living in the 4th street, and they went. He went to the 3rd street, where there is a shop. Now he is going to the shop. We know that now the story is happening in the shop. We know that. I will read the paragraph. Look at page number 53. Muni sat patiently on an upturned packing case below the platform of the shop. The shopman paid no attention to him. Muni kept clearing his throat, coughing, sneezing, until the shopman could not stand it anymore and demanded, "What ails you? You will fly off that seat into the gutter if you sneeze so hard, young man." Muni laughed inordinately in order to please the shopman at being called the young man. This completely won the shopman over. He liked his sense of humor to be appreciated. So now the next in this paragraph, what is saying that Muni went to the shop. We know that to prepare the sauce, to buy the things, what his wife said. So he went to the shop. Actually he doesn't have, we know that he didn't have money in his hand. So he went to the shop, and he went. Then what he did, he was sitting on an upturned packing case. Upturned packing case means that used packing case. So a empty box, on an empty box that has turned upside down. So it means that it is completely used, only that packing. So on that packing case, below the platform of the, that means not below the shop, the used there was a packing case was there. You imagine of any of the packing cases, so that has been put upside down. Over that he was sitting. Then what he is doing, the shopkeeper is not giving any attention to him, not at all looking at this man. And so that he was making noise, he was clearing his throat like this, or coughing or sneezing like that. He's sneezing, coughing, making noise and all in that. So why is making, so in order to grab the attention of the shopkeeper. So as he made much time, longer time, many times coughing and sneezing all, at that time the shopkeeper lost his patience and asked, and what ails you, what's your problem, what sick you have, what is your problem, why you are coughing and sneezing, and what is your do you have a corona or something like that? So at those time we know that there was no corona has been reported. And so what's your problem, you asking, what ails you? You will fly off the sheet into the gutter if you sneeze so hard. Then it's telling that shopkeeper, that man is telling that please don't say, because if you sneeze that much hard, my packet covers and this all used carton boxes, that will fly off into the gutter, so please stop it. Then he used the word young man, the shopkeeper, please stop the young man. Actually Muni is old person, he is above 60 actually. So he used the word young man ironically, he said young man. Then at being called this completely one. So he then the Muni laughed in there is a word inordinately. Inordinately means unusually, unusual manner. Unusual manner he laughed. He laughed in an unusual manner, that inordinately meaning excessively, that more than necessary, excessively. The shopkeeper to make the shopkeeper happy, our Muni laughed inordinately means excessively, means more than necessary. That much comedy he did not crack, but his laugh was that much, because in order to make that please the shopkeeper. So and also he was for the usage of the word young man, and this completely won the shop, and he liked his sense of humor. So as he laughed too much on the shopkeeper's comedy, shopkeeper also happy. He also liked the sense of humor to be appreciated, and the shopkeeper also happy because his sense of humor has been appreciated by this Muni. So in that way, okay, that is what in that paragraph. So we can move on to the next paragraph. In that, by this humoring the shopman, Muni could always ask for 1 or 2 items of food, promising repayment later. Some days the shopman was in a good mood and gave in, and sometimes he would lose his temper suddenly and bark at Muni for daring to ask for credit. So as usual, it is the practice, so that nothing to explain that. So every time he is coming and he will tell, so like this crack comedy and all, and in that he will buy something, then he will tell that. When the shopkeeper is in good mood, he will ask some things, so he will give it, and he will tell that okay, I will pay it later. So he will say like this. He would lose his temper suddenly and bark at Muni for daring to ask. Sometimes he would lose, the shopman will lose his temper, and he will scold at Muni that for asking for, how dare you to ask credit, and like that he will scold also. Now the shopman said, so he was asking that here the shopkeeper asked, if you could find 5 rupees and a quarter, you will have paid off an ancient debt. How much have you got now? So he was asking, the shopkeeper now asked to Muni that if you have at least 5 rupees and a quarter, 5 rupees now, if you have at least 5 rupees now with you, then you may pay off your previous debt, your old credits, ancient debt you may pay off. How much have you got now? He's asking. Now tell me how much you have now. Then he was telling that I will pay you everything on the first of the next month. The Muni said that I will pay off all, including today's also debt. I will pay, and old one also, all I will pay off the first of the next month I will pay off. Then as always, and whom do you accept to rob? Then the shopkeeper, in a joking manner or in a mocking manner, the shopkeeper asked to Muni this sentence, as always, and whom do you accept to rob by? Then okay, you will pay off the first of next month. Okay, correct. Okay, tell me then whom you are going to rob then. Before that, to get money you have to rob somebody, or how you will get money? You are not going for any work and doing anything. So that the shopkeeper is just mocking him that whom you are planning to rob. Before that, Muni felt caught and mumbled. At that time Muni felt mumbled means murmured, that got angry or ashamed. That is felt caught meaning catch, we know, caught. Felt caught, that means felt trapped. and felt, and not only in that, mumbled meaning something in his mouth or something. He just patiently to say to himself in his mind. Then he said, my daughter has sent word that she will be sending me money. Then Muni said that how I will pay, because my daughter has told me that she will send money to me on next month. She will send money to me. Have you a daughter? You have daughter? Sneered the shopman. Sneered, the word sneered means mocking, in a mocking manner. Then he asked, you have daughter? You have a daughter? I didn't hear you have a daughter. You have a daughter? And she is sending you money? For what purpose, may I know? He is mocking, not actually, he is not seriously asking. He is asking that you have a daughter and she is sending you money, and she will send next month, and let me know, may I know that for what she is sending money, for what purpose? So this was the question asked in a mocking manner by the shopkeeper, and he was giving birthday, 15th birthday, said Muni quietly. Birthday. How old are you? Then Muni said that she is sending money because of my 15th birthday. 15th. So this is not the exact number. No, Muni is telling that she is sending money to me because of my birthday. He said quietly this word to him. For birthday, she will send money to me. So this is the story. I think we can stop here, and the remaining part we can take in the next class. So I request to all students, please just record a voice clip of the summary of today's part, what you learned, what you understood. And if you have any doubts regarding this, you may ask to me personally to my WhatsApp, or you may call to me. We can discuss, we can have. So had it been in the class, we could have made the discussions and all. It is not possible now you may think personally, you may interact with me, your opinion, your summary, and also everybody please record a voice clip of the summary of today's class and send to me now. And this all together, what we said that so the present condition of Muni is, and especially with the shopkeeper, we could understand Muni's financial status now, and how the other people in that area, village, consider Muni. This all we could understand that for them Muni is a laughing stock, we can say. Muni is a laughing stock for everybody. So in that way and all, we got a more clear picture about Muni. So the remaining part we can discuss in the next class. So till then, take a short break. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.